Hello and welcome to another round of ALI GT7. This is round 2. My name is Ross Thorm. I'm a Tier 2 driver, but today we are commentating over the Tier 5 stream that happened for round 2. So just to give a quick recap of who's where on the grid as we have a look at what happened in qualifying. We've got Lil Sheepy on pole position, Gin Tonic second, and Smithy in third. They were the top 3 in the standings. So we've got Mr. Berserk in 4th and Skittles in 5th, both very fast drivers. Black Widow making their debut in 6th place, Millsy 7th, Danger 8th, D-Dubs 9th, and Reese rounding out the top 10. Outside the top 10, we've got Stuart, Dr. SD, who's making their first appearance this season, JP, Pex DJ, DBX Marvel, and Quackhouse. So let's get started and see how these guys go. And we're off, and it looks like a great start for Lil Sheepy there, as Gin Tonics may get caught by Smithy going into turn 1 after a bit of a shaky start. No one looks like they've made any overtakes going into turn 1, but Mr. Berserk is having a look down the inside of T Smithy. Is he going to have enough traction to get the move done? He's got another advantageous line into turn 2. Oh, and Mr. Berserk goes really wide there, as does the Corvette behind him of Skittles, and yeah, he's spun there, unfortunate, and he's going to be last. It looks like the Jag of Reese is spun as well, and Skittles must have had a bit of an accident earlier in the lap, and that must have been the other Corvette that he had contact with. But yeah, we've got Lil Sheepy, who's managed to keep the lead as we go into the 3rd sector now, with Gin Tonics hot on his heels and Smithy in 3rd. Looks like Danger on his medium tyres had a great start, and he's in 4th place. He's the highest placed medium runner as it stands, but let's see if he can manage to keep pace with these soft runners ahead of him as we go through the period of the race where his tyres aren't going to help him. So we've got 14 laps in this race, probably. And the last 2 or 3 laps are going to be really painful for the soft runners, which most people will be on softs here as we head into lap 2. Lil Sheepy obviously setting the fastest lap there on a 1:13.7. We're looking for maybe for tier 5 if you're lapping in the 7s on softs as Danger hits the wall at the exit of turn 1 there. If you're lapping in the 7s on the softs, 1-minute 7s, then you are doing pretty well. As Danger see, he's gone 6.2 seconds quicker on the 1st sector, as this is the first real lap of the race. So let's have a look. JP's also on mediums behind Danger, so he's 2nd place of all the medium runners, and he's managed to make some good progress after starting outside the top 10 as he goes really wide there, opens the door completely for Black Widow, but he's got the inside line into this corner, but he goes wide again. And he just sacrifices that place, to be honest, to Black Widow. If he'd have hooked both those apexes, there's absolutely no chance that he would have lost that position. But let's join the front, because it does look like they are really close together as we head into the end of lap 2. Jin does set the fastest lap with a 1:07.8. So he needs to do consistent 1:07s if he's going to be catching Sheepy. It's a little bit slower so far this lap. Let's have a quick look down the order. Danger goes a little bit wide there, but didn't lose much time. But he isn't losing too much time to Smithy, considering he's on a slower tyre. So maybe a podium's not out of the question for Danger here. But he's probably going to get caught a little bit by Black Widow, who is on the softer tyres in that Corvette, as it looked like. Yeah, JP went really wide there again, but he does have the inside line. Is he going to be able to hook the apex? Yes, he does. So he keeps his position above Dr. SD at the moment, but he's really late getting on the throttle, which completely opens the door for the M6. And the move is done before we get onto the straight, really. And both of them have really good straight line speed, so JP may be able to get a move done into turn 1 here. SD is on the softs as well, though, which makes things a bit more complicated for JP. Is he going to have a look? Yep, he is really late on the brakes, and he does hit the apex perfectly. There's some really good racing between the two of them, and SD's going to try, and yep, he's got the inside for turn 2 as well, because JP had to go wide on the exit to kind of make sure that his tyres had enough grip, but it did leave the door open for SD there, who's taken 6th place. And now is he going to come under pressure from Pex? Pex is also on the medium, so this should help JP, who actually does a late lunge as the door's left open by SD, and he gets a move done in the place where he's failed to hit the apex of the previous 2 laps. That's a really good overtake for JP, and it gives him a bit of respite, as it looks like SD might be struggling with Pex now. But it's all on this final corner. If you take it really well, it doesn't matter how close the car is behind you, because you can stretch maybe 2 or 3 tenths before they start catching you again in the slipstream. It looks like SD got a really great exit of that corner, because he is reeling in JP. Is he going to be able to have a look down the inside into turn 1? Not at the moment. I'm going to stick with this battle because it is the closest one. Little Sheepy looks like he's got a second or 2 advantage over Jin, so I'm just going to keep an eye on that in the minimap. But this little 4-car train really behind JP is quite fascinating at the moment, as we've got Millsy joining it at the back, as well as Pex goes wide. He's left the door wide open for Millsy. He's going to say thank you very much. He's got the inside of this next braking zone, so as long as he brakes in time, he should have the move done really well, because it's such a long corner that you just can't get a move done around the outside. Yeah, he tries to... Ooh, he's having a look again. So Millsy failed to capitalise on that a little bit there. As we've got Mr. Berserk after his spin is back up into the top 10, we can see he's going to be joining this battle shortly. As Millsy gets the overtake done once again, and is he going to be able to hold Pex off in a slipstream? Let's have a look. They've both lost a lot of time here on this lap, which is really good news for JP and SD, who have been running line astern. Now Millsy's going to tuck back behind him. Let's have a quick look at this little battle as we join just as Danger has a spin. Oh, very unfortunate. He was in 4th place, but yeah, he just goes a bit too wide. As we've got these cars battling three abreast now. Berserk's joined the battle as Berserk's got past Millsy, and he's going to have a look at Pex as well, as Danger's in front of them still, actually. It looks like Pex holds them both off for now. Oh, he was really slow getting on the throttle there, and Berserk kind of ran into the back of him a little bit. And Berserk's got the move done quite comfortably there, and he's just gonna leave the 2 behind him to battle it out. But let's have a quick look at what's happening ahead. It looks like JP's still comfortably above SD, and he's in P5 now after Danger's mistake. It cost him from 4th down to 7th, so only 3 spots after what looked like a lot of time that was lost. SD's having a look down the inside, but this is going to become the outside now, and he doesn't make it stick. So JP's driving some really good defensive moves here, but the switchback from Dr. SD there was really, really clever, as he's got the move done even before the braking zone, but he leaves the door open again, which allows JP to get the move done. But JP gets a bit, oh no, what happened to him? He's going really slow here. He's going to get overtaken by Danger as well. Yeah. So he had a little half spin on the exit, and it's kind of ended, well, it was a bit catastrophic for him, really. Now, well, Danger's made a mistake there now, and JP's going to have it inside, and now we're 3 wide going into the pit straight. Right, Berserk, these guys have made it a bit easy for Berserk to get this recovery on, because there's been a few mistakes and he's just managed to sweep past these cars instead of them making life a bit more difficult. Yeah, some really good overtaking here. Some good defending from JP, but it's all going to be in vain, unfortunately. At the moment, he has to be patient though, because these guys are a lot of them are on soft tires, and they're gonna go off pretty soon. So Berserk's got Dr. SD next in front of him. Let's have a quick look what's going on near the front. Jin is closing the gap a little bit on Lil Sheepy, so I'm just going to keep an eye on that over the next lap or two, because he was a little bit further away when I was looking at the mini-map, and it may be, let's have a look at the tyres, Sheepy's a little bit more worn than Jin, so that will help Jin towards the end of the race if he's just patient and continues to look after his tyres like this. T Smithy's in no man's land in P3, and he's actually lapping Quack House there. It is a very short lap, so maybe lapping him was a bit distracting, and now he's potentially going to lose out to Black Widow here, who's catching him really quickly. Black Widow is on the soft as well. You can see there he's got damage on his right tyre and his front bumper as well, which isn't going to help. It's actually keeping Quack House really close to them as well. Black Widow looks like they were going to have a bit of a sniff, but thought better of it. T Smithy's car is back to normal now, as he has to take a wide line into that corner as Quack House hits the wall. And yep, it looks like Black Widow's got quite a straightforward move done there, so Smithy's going to join and try and get a bit of advantage in that slipstream, but the Nismo isn't the fastest in a straight line, especially compared to the Corvette. The Corvette is a bit of a beast. And the move gets done quite straightforward. Actually, let's go back. What happened there? Because Smithy just overtook on the outside, it looks like, which is a really difficult thing to do in turn 1. So does Black Widow just brake a little bit too much here? Yeah, it was a bit too cautious into turn 1 and hit the apex all right, but yeah, Smithy just took so much more speed around there. He does have much better tyre life than Black Widow, who goes really wide there, and that might be the end of that challenge. He's going to lose a bit of time to SD now. He's got Danger and Berserk battling. Dench wins that for now. But let's join the front, because Jin looks like he is right behind Sheepy. See, Jin's been setting 7s and 8s all race. High 7s, low 8s, really consistent lap times, but that one was a 9.4, so I don't know what happened to him. What was Sheepy's last time? 9.4, 8.5. That doesn't look accurate because he's right behind him. Yeah, he's putting on so much pressure here. Sheepy should have tried to defend the inside, but he did brake late enough to hit the apex. Yeah, he did. So he survives for now. We're on lap 11 of probably what will be lap 14 laps. Sheepy's front right tyre is almost completely red, so this is the time of the race where you have to really adjust your braking and your steering to make sure that you don't lose too much lap time through kind of skidding on the dead tyres. But yeah, this Jag is really good in a straight line, so it'll be difficult for the Nismo to overtake him at this part of the track. The infield would be a lot easier, as yeah, Sheepy covers off the inside a little bit, but the move wasn't going to come at this point of the race anyway. So just a reminder, Sheepy took his very first ALR win after racing with us for several seasons last week. He could get a second one here. Jin's brand new to the league, so this is only his second event. He had 2 podiums last week, and it looks like he's going to get at least a podium here. He's going to have a, yeah, Sheepy covers the inside really well there, takes the exit, the apex and the exit really well. Yeah, he doesn't hit the apex there, and we're gonna have to rewind that and try and see what happened with Sheepy. Let's have a quick look here. So he doesn't hit the apex, but did he go so wide that it just allows Tonics to? Yeah, he doesn't go off track. It's just a really poor corner on dead tires. which is understandable, but Jin doesn't have the move completely done here. And just bear in mind, Jin's tyres are basically almost as dead as Sheepy's. So is Sheepy going to be able to get an overtake done here? Like I said, he does have a better engine. He's losing a bit of time here, though. So he couldn't get it done there. Now the challenge for Sheepy will be stay close enough until the pit straight at the end of the lap, because this is the part of the track where Jin's superior tyres and the car in general will be a little bit stronger than the Jag. But it looks like he's just driving away now. Yeah, they've got pretty much identical tyre life, so they'll be practicing all week on driving on these really dead soft tyres to see if it was possible to pull this strategy off. But it is the strongest strategy out of the two for pretty much every car doing the softs, because the way the physics are working at the moment means that, you know, 2 laps on a track like this with completely dead soft tyres is still better than spending the majority of the race on the slower medium tyres. So we're heading into our final lap now. Some drivers will be finishing the race, so Black Widow does get 4th, which is a really strong result for their very first ever race at ALR. SD is just coming along to take 5th, which is a really good result for him. I think that might be his best ever. Denger's 6th after his little spin. Berserk, who was battling with Danger, must have had a problem. He's finishing down in 7th. We got Pegs DJ in 8th, pretty decent result. JP 9th in the end, after being 5th for quite a while, and Millsy in 10th. D-Dubs managed to recover to 11th. Skittles managed to recover after his first lap mishap in 12th. 30th for DBX Marvel, 14th for Stuart, Reese will be 15th, and Quackhouse 16th. But let's join Jin in the final lap, because it looks like he's going to be taking his very first win at ALR at the 3rd time of asking. As we round the final bend, he just managed to look after his tyres and exploited one little error from Sheepy to get the win done after following him all race. Sheepy comes back in 2nd, definitely a championship contender. Smithy 3rd. Another one, he'll be pretty happy with his result, but he just couldn't keep the pace the same as the other guys. But he did have really, really good tyre wear at the end, considering he was starting on the soft, so maybe he could have pushed a little bit harder to be a little bit more in the mix. But yeah, that's the end of the sprint race, so join me shortly as I'll be uploading separately the feature race.